Hello, and welcome to Plant-Based Playthroughs. Today's video will be the Wisdom of Yooka-Laylee. So, for this game, there are 4 pieces of wisdom that I got from the game while playing it that I would like to share with everybody. And those 4 pieces of wisdom are: 1. Make your own hints. Let's highlight this. Make your own hints. Dang. Okay. 2. Backtrack after learning. Learning is a change in behavior. So you could also say backtrack after leveling up, backtrack after getting new skills, etc., etc. 3. This one's probably one of the most philosophical ones here. Mind and body type intelligence / duality of intelligence and or duality of being can be found among many things. And that's the 4th one that I accidentally removed. So I guess you get to see that. So let's make that yellow. And the number 4 is be careful of how high you fly. Oops. Let's go to red. Alright, so these are the 4. Let's get into them. Number 1, make your own hints. So, what I mean by make your own hints, I came to this conclusion when I was doing a puzzle and I was looking around. I was looking for some kind of person to talk to, some kind of NPC or some kind of sign or anything. There was none of that there. All there was the little grabby interaction pieces, which could be seen as a hint in itself. But even with the grabby pieces, I don't know what to do. I don't know where, like, what they're there for. There was nothing. There was just 4 big blocks with grabby interaction things, and I had no idea what to do. And I was thinking, well, there are actually like no hints here. But okay, I'll just grab one and see what happens. So I grabbed one and I pushed it and I pulled it. And I saw, oh, okay, these slide around. And there are 2 buttons on either side. So I can slide one all the way over here. And it made a sound when I did that. And then I realized, oh shit, I need to be making my own hints. I can't be, I can't be waiting for the game to tell me what to do forever. I need to be figuring stuff out myself. And that's how I got this first thing of wisdom. Make your own hints, which is basically you go into the world and things aren't always going to be explained to you perfectly. And so you've got to start pushing and pressing and prodding, and you've just got to start, playing with things. You got to start pressing buttons. You got to start moving things around. You just need to start doing things in order to figure things out. You need to make your own hints to progress, to solve puzzles. You think Socrates figured all of this stuff out easily, or you think he just picked up a book and read it all like it was taught to him? No, and education is a super good thing, and it gives us it puts us way further ahead, but you still have to be able to make your own hints or think for yourself and figure stuff out. And so that's wisdom number 1 that I got out of Yooka-Laylee. Is make your own hints. Wisdom number 2, I should have just slid this down. So I get this perfectly there. It's backtrack after learning. And what I mean by this is, so basically, the story for how I um, realized this wisdom, or how I found this wisdom in the game, or how it came to me from the game, was that I unlocked the fly ability, and I realized once I unlocked that, and I tried to go to the galaxy place, which is where the video clip in the background is happening right now. I realized that like I could do so much more in all the other levels now. Now that I could fly around. Now that I had almost all the abilities except for one ability. And I still needed some pages in order to unlock this level that you can see me playing around in the background. I needed more pages and I had a new ability. So I thought, okay, I'll go back and check the other levels. And I did. And I got like twice as many pages unlocked in all the other levels, like twice as many. And I was able to not only unlock um, this grand tome from the pages, but I was also able to immediately get the expansion to the grand tome. So because I had learned a new ability, I learned something new. My skills, I got a new skill. My behavior changed, and I was able to backtrack through everything and find new stuff and figure out new things. So even though it's the same old stuff, because I changed, the same old things were able to become new and become more unlockable. And so you can go back and revisit the same old boring places and the same old boring things and the same old boring thoughts. Or I don't know why I'm saying same old boring things, because obviously in the game it wasn't boring. But in real life, you can try to go back and read the same book over and over again, or watch the same movie over and over again. It gets boring because you've seen it already. Well, if it's been a couple of years and you've gone through college and you've learned or something, you probably can go back and read a new book, and you can see things and realize things and appreciate it in a new way, and you can get more information from it, and even acquire like a new sort of education from it, because you have changed and your way of approaching things and your way of seeing things has deepened and has become better uh, in one way or another. And so that is wisdom number 2: backtrack after learning. Wisdom number 3, this is probably the deepest one here: mind and body type intelligence / duality of intelligence and or duality of being can be found among many things. So I was at the swamp level. I was going back over it. I was backtracking and unlocking new things and learning new things. And even though it was these same levels that I'd already gone through, they had expanded so much more because I was able to do more things and I was able to access more things and play the game on a deeper level. And all of a sudden I was able to, you know, the same space, the same depth, the same NPCs, the same enemies, the same world, and it had deepened and expanded so much. And I got the molecule, which allowed the scientists to transform me with the D and Ray, and it transformed me into fish. And I kind of noticed when I was fishing, there were some purple fish and there were some green fish. And then I was thinking about the other transformations, like you turn into like a truck, like a snowplow in the ice world, and you have it's like two parts of the plow, and it's separating Yuka and Laylee. And when you look at Yuka and Laylee, you see one of them, the bat, is like the mind. The bat is steering and controlling, and the other one is like the body. and the body interacts with the physical world more than the mind directly does. So I was thinking about this and I was saying, okay, you become a plant, you become a snowplow, you become a herd of like piranha, and then I'm trying to remember the fourth world. You become a helicopter, and I was thinking many different types of things. They have these two ways of interacting with the world. They have the physical way of like absorbing information and actually getting as close to contact in the world as possible. And then they have this mental calculation thing, like an above thing. And this isn't only for like humans, or you know, this isn't only for like human beings that have like a brain and a body. This is actually for a lot of things. This is even for like computers with like AI. This is for all kinds of different animals. This can be for like hive minds too, like groups that are directed by leaders. It's not only, just one thing. Um, and so there's always this kind of like mind and body, or like head and body. There's like this calculatory informational processing plus interactive, um, like physical contact, acquiring. So there's like a gathering, and then there's like a processing. And these things are kind of pretty much always present in like existence, and in anything that's like animated or lifelike, and it's found among many different things. And the last piece of wisdom, it's not the deepest, but it's very practical and useful, something you should be aware of. You see, Yooka-Laylee has the ability to fly temporarily. It's pretty long temporarily. And you can actually adjust your altitude so you can go up and down. The thing is, if you go too high and you stay up there for too long and you run out of that special energy bar, then you'll fall straight down and die. And I think this is like a metaphor. You can put this to so many things in life. Like if you go really far or really high and you're not careful and you're not watching out for yourself, there are lots of ways, what's the other saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, kind of thing. And so it's just be careful of how high you get. Be careful of how high you go, and always have like an emergency plan. And if you're going to fly really high, you've got to be careful. But that's it. That doesn't need to be in red. What's a happier color than red? I wonder, is red a happy color for everybody? What color haven't I used yet? Or I'll just take the color off. I think it's not a big deal. The color won't come off. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully some of this could be seen as practical and usable, and some of it was hopefully just entertaining, and then maybe some of it was deep and triggered some kind of insight or thought within yourself. And Hopefully I'll catch you in the next video.